Hi, I'm Jenny Hensley, co-owner and effectiveness coach with Dynamics, and we are here for another mini book report for you so that you can get the highlights and see if you want to read it. And even if you don't, you have enough information that you can share it with your team and be knowledgeable. I'm super excited because one of our team members is here with us, Megan Anderson. And Megan, I'm just going to let you have a minute to introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi Jen. Thanks for having me. I am Megan Anderson. I'm an effectiveness coach for Dynamics, as well as an early childhood mentor for Highland County Board of DD. I am a wife, a mother, a special needs mom, and I'm energetic, right?
Oh yeah, no problem there. This is going to be a high energy book report. Woo!
That's right.
So we read Rising Strong by Brene Brown. And I will share all the information and a link so you can get it in the show notes. But wow, this book was really, really good. So we're going to talk about our specifics, our 3 questions. So the first thing we're going to do is share, if you had to tell people one word that kind of summed up the book for you, what would it be? So you can go ahead and go first.
All right. So you're right. It was powerful. It was strong. It was moving. And I think when coming up with that one word, just because it was so inspirational, but the one word that I could get out of it was warrior. When I think about a warrior, I think about a hero, a champion, a victor, a conqueror, all of those synonyms that embrace the word of what a warrior is. And there are so many people that have amazing stories out there and don't realize the true inner warrior of themselves.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that word. Mine was self-awareness, because she really talks about, the book really goes into how to deal with yourself in situations that are difficult and how to come back from situations that are difficult and how to react in situations that are difficult. And I love, love, love that she uses herself as the guinea pig and the example throughout the whole thing. But one of the things they talk about is stopping and journaling in that moment when you're struggling, and just write it. Just don't even think about it. Just write and write and write and write. And so I've been doing that. I have journals all over the house. But that, she calls it rumbling. You got to rumble with it. I just love that. And the idea of the rumbling to me was rumbling with, we always look at the other person and what may be wrong or we think is wrong with the other person or their opinion. What's going on with us? Why are we reacting this way?
I think that's a good one too. And I think the part of rumbling that I took away was the word of recover, mm-hmm. and how we recover from the rumbling and what happened from that. But I do love her examples, and I think that it was important in order to make a connection with the people that are reading, because now we know and see what some of the things that she rumbles with, and right. It's kind of like, oh, okay, so maybe I'm not the only person that feels that way or have those things going on as well.
Right, catching yourself in that moment. So catching yourself when you're reacting, and it's a pattern that you do all the time. I just found that completely fascinating. And it's the tools that I learned in this book, and I know that I'm geeky about every single book I read, but the tools that I read in this book in particular, I use every single day now. So I talked already about my overarching theme for the book, which is rumbling, dealing with your issues. What was your overarching theme?
So my overall theme would be fall, get back up, and try again. Mm-hmm. I think there are many times in our lives that, and I think it's really hard, and she talks about that as well, about, it's okay to fall, but it's how we get back up and we just keep trying. And I think of the word grit, but I go back to that one word of a warrior, and that's what a warrior does, is they fall, they get back up, and they try again, which ties into that whole title of Rising Strong.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yes, I love that. Okay, so our last thing is our quote. I'll go first because I think yours is more moving, honestly. But I've talked about it. I did a whole video about it. My quote that I take away is confabulation. And I can tell you I have used it with at least 4 people that I coach. And confabulation is replacing information with something false believed to be true. replacing missing information with something false believed to be true. It's when you start spinning and somebody doesn't automatically get back to you, or you have a difficult conversation and you don't get to finish it. And so you start making up all these things in your mind, and then you believe that they're true, and then you get yourself all hyped up. And then like a day and a half later, you realize none of it was true. And so in particular with myself and some other people, even my friends, we stop now and we reflect. I wasted 2 days worrying about something that didn't even exist. So that was my quote. What's your quote?
And
go ahead.
I completely agree. I think that we've all done that before when we don't get that feedback that we're hoping for or that we're wanting for in a timely manner in which what we think may be timely. We're going, was it wrong? Was it bad? Was it good? Like, what happened? Or maybe they thought this. So I would agree with that probably a lot of us do that, but we don't know the word in which Brene Brown uses in her book. So that was a good takeaway, Jen. I like that one.
Well, and the tool she says is to share with the person the story I'm making up is, or what I'm telling myself is, when you talk to the person, so that and I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, they say, what? That doesn't make any sense at all. That's not what I was talking about. So, okay. So that was my quote.
The clarity of it all,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I think when because I'm such a deep person and those people that know me are like, yep, that's right. That's Megan. When you talk about quotes, that's truly, honestly, what I live by are quotes. And my brother actually inspired me to live by quotes when I was young and was playing volleyball at Ohio State. So when I was reading this book, the quote happened on I think it was the 22nd page. And being a writer myself, if you're wanting to captivate the audience, you're wanting to do it at the beginning, or they're not going to be interested in the rest of the book. And so I came to that 22nd page, and it was like, ooh, there it is. And it was Theodore Roosevelt's quote of the man in the arena. And it's kind of lengthy here, but it is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails or falls while daring greatly. And take a breath, right?
So good.
So good. I mean, I think every day when we wake up, we think to ourselves, and this is like that warrior, that champion part of going, am I enough? Am I doing what's enough for me as a daily person? Because we're so worried about the critic.
Mm-hmm.
We're worried, like, does it matter to them? Like, they're gonna point me out, like, you're in that arena, you're that warrior, and it doesn't matter about that critic and what they say and what they do. What matters is you're in the arena, you're face down, you're striving, you have blood, sweat, and tears. But what matters is that triumph of achievement. And if you fail, you get back up and you try again.
Yes.
Because that's what rising strong is.
Yeah.
And Brene Brown said it's so great to say, are you all in?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you get up, are you all in to say, today is the day that I'm going to be a warrior? I may fall, I may be victorious, but I'm going to get up and I'm going to try again.
Yes.
So that's what I took away from
that is
strong.
So good.
Incredible.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And that really is the essence of the whole book. I mean, there's not a better way to end than that. So thank you.
I agree.
As always, it really helps us if you'll take a screenshot and share. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Instructional Leadership Channel. And any questions you have or any reactions you have to the book, or also any requests you have for books we might do mini book reports on in the future. Woo-hoo. Thank you. Our goal is to help you reclaim your time so you can reclaim your life and love your work again. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks, Jen.